Hello, and welcome to Rolls Untold. I'm your Game Master, Tanner Neath, and today marks the last episode of our prologue series where we've been introducing the protagonists of our campaign, the Fate of Galvera. Now, today, the character you get to meet is Isthmus Vordescant, played by the amazing Olivia Ros. So, Olivia, tell me, are you ready to roll?
No.
Oh, well, that's so sad. We're ready to roll.
Oh, we're starting. Oh. Oh.
Your body aches. You feel a cool condensation running from your forehead to the side of your face. Everything around you is hot. It's humid. There's a stress and an immense weight that weighs down upon your shoulders. Your surroundings are dark, other than the faint orange glow that comes from the cracks in the earth below. You hear a faint rumble in the distance of breathing this. It beckons, echoing towards you. And with each breath, there's a tremble in your veins as you fight this internal fear that you hide so well normally. But you begin to walk slowly, hands outstretched to the walls on either side of you, and they keep getting closer and closer, cutting you off until you finally get to a dead end. A rocky stone surface, craggy, rough, and you feel this rush of hot air wash over you. Isthmus, what are you feeling?
I think Izzy is scared, but in an excited way. Like there's like a... I think she senses the power here, and it knows it's vast, but wants to know more, wants to go towards it.
As you approach this wall, and you feel this presence above you, you realize you're locked in fear. Your feet planted to the ground, your body stiff as a board, hand outstretched, paralyzed. But you just manage to look up and see these piercing, glowing red eyes illuminating the sides of the wall, just faintly. And as another wash of hot air runs over you, you feel the ground beneath you start to crack. You still can't move. You're paralyzed. You begin to fall. Faster, faster, more and more, until you wake up.
Okay. Fun. Another fun dream.
There's a cold sweat, just like in the dream, but this one calmer. You look around frantically, and you see the familiar faces of the soldiers in your troop. You see Marcus Gender, one of the newer troops. He was a rank higher than you at Wyver Academy, but never really talked too much, as he's kind of a silent type. You see one of your close friends, Ben Fearden, your roommate, and your ride or die. You see Matthias Linden, a mercenary ranger you all picked up kind of along the way. He's pretty renowned for his tracking skills, and with the current mission that you guys are going on right now, he's pretty helpful. You see Stark Gressick, a freelance wizard wanting to kind of make a name for himself, wanting to work his way up to become a Targan magistrate. And then you see the most familiar face. You see Bartil de Leon, your mentor. As you are gasping for breath, waking up from this nightmare. Soldier, it is fine. You're here. Another nightmare?
Yeah.
Focus yourself. We are still on a mission. These nightmares are growing worrisome, but...
It's fine. It's a nightmare. It's just a dream. It's not anything I can't deal with. It's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's fine.
Always the tough one, you are. Well, now that we're all present, let's go over the mission directives.
Oh, did I wake everyone? Okay. I'm sorry. Sorry.
We're going after a wanted criminal. Razir Madin. He seems to have escaped his captivity out in Duwasta. We have been charged with finding him, tracking him down, and subduing him, possibly alive, but dead, if need be. He seems to have holed up in a cave, and our troops further ahead have locked him inside. But they need reinforcements. He is a force to be reckoned with. So, steel yourselves. Get some rest. Focus. We have roughly an hour before we arrive. You see, she takes a deep breath and she lays her head against the caravan. As now you are coming more to your senses, you can hear the sounds of horses and your surroundings, and you realize you're in this soldier's caravan. She lays her hand gently on the pommel of her sword. She puts her hand on your lap. She pats you for comfort and then nods off. Isthmus, from waking up with this familiar nightmare that you've had many a time, how do you press forward? And before that, who are you?
Oh, yeah. Hi. I'm Isthmus Vordescant. I am a paladin, Earth Genasi paladin. I am tall, very tall. One of the awkwardly tall girls. Intimidatingly tall to all the other kids. But grew up not knowing what to do with that height. So, big lady, strong, depends on the strength. I think she's sitting there. There's no way she's gonna go back to bed and rest. I think she's awake, and with this new information, I think she's just gonna prep herself. Polish her armor, start getting ready, and steeling herself, especially after that dream. I think she's trying to do the breathing exercises that Bartil has told her to do. They're barely working. I think maybe she's putting her hair up, just doing idle hands, nothing. You just got to keep going. Just got to keep doing.
Nothing resting.
Nothing resting at all times. I think she starts cleaning up the caravan,
Okay, fantastic. As you kind of travel deeper and deeper into this dark thicket of forest, the sun's not really shining through. You know it's midday, but you're deep within this forest. Just barely little rays cutting through the treetops. It almost seems to give this aura of gray. Or, well, maybe that's just the life of the soldier that you've chosen. But
yeah,
in your kind of idle restlessness, you see the familiar face scoot over on the seat. And, hey, are you doing all right? I noticed you had another one of your nightmares. And this is Ben.
Why is everyone obsessed with my freaking nightmares. I'm okay. Yes, I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine, Ben. Thank you.
So you've told me a little bit what goes on, but like, is it always the same?
It's the same every time, Ben. And I honestly, I don't know what it means at all. And I think, I don't know, maybe my brain is just manifesting some stuff I have to work through, but I don't have time for that, so we'll just
maybe
never sleep.
Maybe it can mean something. That, I don't know.
It's a dream, Ben.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe you're right. You know what? Maybe, yeah. Maybe.
I mean, we've always said you're special. Even, okay, back at Wyver Academy, who was the top student in athletics? That's what I thought.
Yeah, me. Obviously me. 'Cause it was me. Yeah, you're right. It's fine. Yeah. What does that have to do with a dream about a dragon, Ben?
I don't know. Maybe you're just gifted for some reason. I'm just saying that if it's a recurring dream, doesn't that mean something? Isn't that it's got to be something special, right?
I hope it is. I hope it's something good. And I hope it's not another bad thing.
Well, I mean, it can't really get too much worse out in this field, but...
You know, honestly, it's kind of weird. I kind of like it out here. I don't know. Maybe I just get to let that energy out in this type of job.
Yeah,
Do you like it out here, Ben?
I don't know. You know me, I'm more brains than brawn.
Yeah.
But,
you had the highest test scores in...
Yeah.
The book stuff. What did you study? I'm sorry. I know you've told me like 100 times, but I just don't get that
Tactical
stuff.
research.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, you come up with the best plans, dude.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's other brilliant students there, too. I mean, Henry Bander was pretty good, even though you knocked 3 of his teeth out.
I did do that.
He
was talking shit.
Right.
He was being mean to you. I'm not gonna... That's some bullshit.
Yeah. I always appreciate you, sticking up for me. But no, I've been thinking, maybe I'm not suited for this. I'm not tough like you are. You know, maybe I'm better in a court somewhere, or, I don't know, maybe I can take over the farm, go back home.
Oh, no. Never go back home.
I mean,
That's just my opinion. That's just... Don't. You left for a reason, right?
Well, I left because I thought I'd be big and tough, you know? But obviously it doesn't really change a person.
You know, Ben, I think you contribute a lot, though, in your own way. And I think that's...
I mean, not as much as you. You and Bartil.
There's different ways to contribute, though. Just because I'm good at smashing things doesn't mean that that's, like, the best way to contribute. Well, in this job, there is...
I'm just saying, I could have never taken on that frost salamander like you and the captain. You both single-handedly took out that thing, and I was helpless.
But... I'm helpless at a lot of other stuff, Ben. And sometimes... being big and strong isn't the only way to be.
I mean, that's
big
fair.
and strong.
I mean, I guess that's kind of why we complete each other a little bit, right? So.
Yeah. You have your own.
Sorry, that was.
It's okay. It's okay. No, I get what you're saying. It's totally. It's. I get what you're. You. Just like your talents, you kind of remind me of like an old friend that I used to have. So like it's, I get it. Other people are skilled in different ways. Like he was very bookish, and like I get it. It's fine. It's
you don't.
We all have our talents.
It's okay. You don't.
I don't have to. Ben. You good?
He scoots over and he kind of goes up out of the caravan. He hops out of the caravan and he like.
Are we still moving?
Yeah, it's moving fairly slow. It's Yeah, it's moving fairly slow. And there's also horse riders.
He just died.
Yeah, he just deuces. But yeah, no, you can definitely tell, like, he's done this a couple times where he's said something and then it's been a little awkward and then
I don't know what it's like. It's like there's something more he wants to say, but I am afraid to hear it. It's not that. He's just a good friend. It's fine.
You see the man in this, like, wide-brimmed hat. He's got, like, a small cigarette kind of hanging out of his mouth, just slowly smoking, and he...
What?
Nothing. Just,
You're laughing at nothing?
He takes the cigarette and he flicks it out of the caravan and he tips up his brim. You know that boy's been all over you for as long as we've been out. Stop kidding him. I know your head's somewhere else, I can tell. Trust me, I've been in this game a long time. I know how to read a person. I think you're kidding yourself, too. He kicks back a little bit and he puts his brim back down.
You don't know me. And I walk out of the caravan.
Okay, yeah, you hop on out of the caravan. And you see Ben is kind of walking alongside. He's talking to one of the other soldiers. You don't actually recognize these soldiers. Your main troop was kind of contained within the actual caravan.
Mm-hmm.
And these are more of just soldiers from the other troop that are guiding you towards your actual mission directive.
Oh, okay. I think I see him with other people, and I'm like, okay, you know what? He's good. He's fine now. I'm not gonna go. I like just stick my head out to see, like, he's not upset, and I go back in the caravan, and I think I go up to, is Bartel awake, or is she still?
Yeah, no, she's 100%. She's got her eyes closed, kind of resting, but this woman never sleeps.
Can I just sit next to her with the same energy that I always do when I need to talk, but I don't say anything?
Yeah,
I think she kind of senses it by now.
Oh yeah, definitely. You sit there for maybe like 30 seconds, and you just sit kind of in silence, and you kind of that awkward, maybe a little bit of rocking back and forth, and then... Yes, Izzy?
How are you? What's, do you need anything?
Soldier, what's on your mind?
I think Ben is upset, and I think it's my fault, but I don't...
It's not your fault. It's just the ramblings of a young boy. You're a pretty girl.
Thank you.
And he's a young lad. Now, whatever he tries to pursue in his travels...
I can't even think about that. I don't have...
And nor should you. Keep your eyes on the prize. Focus, like I've taught you. We're still on a mission here. You can worry about petty squabbles of boys and...
That's not... You don't have to worry. This is an anomaly. If I'm being real, I appreciate your compliments, but this is new. This is new, and I don't think I like it. Anyway, you're right. I'm just gonna steal up, focus on the mission. That's all that matters right now. I don't even have to... That's his business. If he wants to say something, he could say something.
Isthmus.
Huh?
You're rambling again.
No, I'm fine. Yeah, you're right.
Breathe. Calm yourself. Remember, focus. Good. I would say rest up, but it seems you've got plenty of rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to. I do that like the breathing and the meditation. I'm gonna try to do that. I think Izzy for the next 10 minutes like tries really hard to relax, but it does not work.
At this point, you hear kind of voices off in the distance, not like raucous noise, but more of like patrol. As you kind of come to this outcropping of trees, you see that there's a large stone cave ahead of you, and you would know that you're probably at your destination. And then the actual caravan itself stops. You see Bartil immediately opens her eyes, and she hops out, approaching the soldier who's in the middle of the field. Now you would know that this is a legionnaire, and he is probably the one in charge here. Maybe the same rank as the captain.
Mm-hmm. I think as soon as we get there, there's no more idle time. I'm like, game face, let's go. I am right hand of Bartil. I'm like, suited up, ready to go, in it.
Yeah, absolutely. As you keep walking and you get further, you can see there's kind of like this shimmering barrier that goes over the entrance of the cave, kind of what has trapped Razir in this cave. And you see there's a mage kind of posted out front, younger woman, red locks that kind of curl down. And then there's a few other soldiers kind of posted up about, and you actually do also see there's some soldiers with bandages and with cuts and scrapes. You see one is actually missing his arm. That's probably the most grievous of injuries, but they've actually taken some casualties trying to take on Razir, or at least you would imagine. But as you walk closer, following Bartil, she gets to this legionnaire before you can actually meet up. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh boy.
It's either a 1 or a 20.
It's a 1.
Cool. You notice...
Meditation didn't work at all.
Apparently not.
My brain is scattered.
You've had a lot going on. There's... Nice. First roll.
Why couldn't I be like Dane and get a 20?
I know, right? But you notice that they're having a conversation, and the moment they clock you, they instantly stop their conversation. And you walk up, the legionnaire, he's in this like full kind of silver plate with these kind of red markings that kind of line the entirety of his armor. And he's got that like traditional kind of like feathered top on top of his helmet, and he takes off his helmet. Isthmus Vordescant. I've heard of you from Wyver Academy. I actually petitioned for you to be in my troop, but Miss Bartil here beat me to it. Now,
Thank you, sir.
I have no regrets. Speak when spoken to.
That's absolutely correct. Yes, sir.
And from what I've heard, you're a bit of a hothead. Now, we need cool, calm, collected focus here. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Good, soldier. Your troop will go in. You will rally up the rest of the troops. You will subdue Razir. You will bring him out, and your mission is over. Wonderful. Bartil, I leave you to it. And you see he kind of walks back towards the caravan, and he's kind of like scoping out the rest of your troop. If I may be frank, he's a dick.
Yeah, I got that energy too. Okay, cool. I said thank you, and he said speak when spoken to. Like, okay. Thank you. Okay. I'm glad
Not
you...
too much, Isthmus.
You're right. Yes.
She begins to walk towards the cave, and she ushers you to follow.
Can I look around and see where Ben is?
Yeah, totally. Ben is currently, he's currently tying off one of the horses to...
Okay, cool. He's not coming.
Yeah,
he's
to
not...
one of the fence posts that they've kind of...
I want to give him, like, one last look and, like... head off. It'll be fine.
Cool. And you do definitely see that, the newer mage that you, picked up along your travels, Stark, he is kind of like... He's running to kind of like catch up with you, maybe to, I don't know, talk plans, or you don't know if he's actually coming towards you, but a few seconds in, he rushes past you, and he goes and he gives this mage, this redhead, a giant hug. Oh my God, Matilda. I'm glad you're okay. And you hear they just start to kind of talk. There's definitely, obviously, a familiarity there. But you follow, you follow closely behind, and Stark. So you know this woman? Yes, this is my cousin. We haven't spoken in a while, but I wanted to make sure she was doing okay. That's partially the reason that I joined your troop. I wanted to see how she was doing. Anyways, we should talk strategy. Matilda, what's going on inside? Well, we have him trapped inside. I put up this force barrier, and he hasn't really put up too much of a fight once we've done that, but he seems to attack from nowhere. He's a force like I've not seen. Granted, I don't really have too much field knowledge, not too much experience being a soldier, but well, that's really all I know. The troops went in, they fought, and most of them came out bloodied and battered and without Razir. They ordered a retreat, and I was told to close up the cave until you got here, so...
How did he attack?
I don't know, I didn't see. But from what the other soldiers said, he just appeared out of nowhere, and I mean, he was using some sort of sword. But they didn't even see his attacks coming. It's terrifying, the thought, but...
Yeah, I can't hit something I can't see. I look at Bartel like...
We'll figure it out. We always do.
Okay.
Matilda, was it? Yes, I would like for you to lower the barrier in the next 5 minutes. We'll handle this.
Fuck yeah. I like get my lance ready. I like Izzy is jonesing. She's like, all right, here we go. You're good at this. This is what you're good at. Let's go. Game time.
Bartil starts to kind of, she turns around and she heads off. She's starting to head back towards the caravan that you arrived in. And as you walk back, all right, is everyone ready?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. We'll go in bolt formation. We will enter silently. I have a feeling he's more inclined to stick to the shadows, from what I've been hearing. Let's try and take him alive. But if it's at the cost of any of you, kill him.
Kill him.
All right, we move out. She turns. You all gather into this what you call bolt formation.
Oh yeah, bolt formation. Obviously.
So, what bolt formation is
for everyone else who doesn't know.
Yes.
Not me, because I know.
Yeah, of course. It's Bartil at the point.
Mm-hmm.
You and Marcus, kind of catty corner here, and then next to you, you have Ben and Matthias, and then you have Stark at the back, covering the rear, kind of forming this almost like arc with shielding your mage. You end up going to the front of the cave. All right, Matilda, bring it down. You see the shimmery wall, and it dissipates. Let's go. And as you journey inside this cave, you hear the outside sounds slowly start to disappear. The mood gets a little more dreary. It's dark and it's musky. It's dry with bits of grass. It's almost as if this cave was created, not natural. And as you venture deeper in, you can hear the sounds of like these rocks being thrown. And then they stop. As you now start to hear this shing, shing of metal on metal. A weapon being sharpened. Your captain whispers, "Stay in formation. Be still. He's approaching." You hear these slow footsteps. Approaching. As you see a figure.
He's toying with us. What the fuck?
Appearing out of the dark. Just barely. A shadow. A silhouette of a man. De Leon speaks. "Stark, bolster our defenses. Isthmus, guide our attacks. Like I taught you."
Totally. I don't think I can do that yet. Hold on, let me double check if I can do that. Level 1, baby, level 1.
And as you see Stark kind of lift up his staff, and this kind of blue aura envelops Bartil. And you see these tiny little like shields of blue start to kind of float around her.
I don't have that yet, by the way. Level 1, babes. I don't have any.
You should have Bless.
Do I?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't I see it? We're live, baby. We're live.
It's okay. We love technology.
Will you just let me bless them?
Yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
cool. I bless them.
So.
Oh, that's so weird. I don't have any of my.
But as you see the figure approach, you now see him much clearer. He's in this kind of dark tunic with this high collar. And he's got these leather straps that kind of wrap around and crisscross across his body. He's got this long, dark, stringy hair and more of these dark features. This kind of unkempt, like goatee. And you see there's scars all over his face. Specifically one that slashes across his eye and kind of right under his nose. "You really have got me trapped in a corner now, don't you? I don't mean any harm. I'm just passing through. Just wanted to see an old friend of mine. And he darts his gaze towards you. You can feel the bloodlust emanating from this man. It is putrid. It is terrifying.
It just makes me more angry.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna follow my mentor, and I'm not gonna move, but Izzy has a trigger finger right now. Like, she is antsy. She is ready to go, and she's just like, and now that, like, he's looked directly at me, it's like, oh, I feel targeted in a way that I'm gonna bash that stupid face in. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna hit you so hard. You're gonna see next Tuesday.
As he notices you and kind of locks his gaze with yours, he walks a little bit closer, and you see Bartil grab her sword. She spins, and you see this, what is normally a short sword, elongates, and you've seen this plenty of times before. The middle.
That's my mentor.
The middle of it shining with this kind of radiant light, with the eagle pommel that she so loves. And it goes from this long sword from this short sword to a long sword. Dual hands it over in a warning position. Razir, you will stop there. On your knees, now. Now? Is that any way to talk to just a fellow traveler? Again, I'm just passing through. I'm so happy that you brought this exquisite figure, but...
Oh, he's objectifying me?
You there, stone girl. Where are you from?
Donick.
Donick.
Also, none of your business. Can we fight him now? I look at Bartil. What are we doing here? You killed a lot of people out there.
Hush, Izzy. Focus. Well, if luck will have it, I'm also a frequent visitor of Donick. Well, whereabouts around it, we'll say. How about you say we go back home and kick it, as the kids say? I have someone who's been dying to meet you. He's probably like late 30s.
Ew.
So.
What a perv. You want to kick it?
I'll make a deal.
I'm barely 18, dude.
How about the green one comes with me? And you all get to keep your lives. Fair?
Izzy is like so confused now because there's clearly... I'm clearly a target. And she's like... has he been asking for me the whole time? Why am I here? What's going... Like, I think she gets a sense, like a looming sense of she hasn't been told everything about this mission. And I think she's looking at Bartel to, like... What is going on?
Make an insight check.
Yeah. Come on. Come on. Okay. Okay. That's actually fine. 15?
15?
Yes.
You see that as you're sitting here with your lance kind of on your arm, steadying yourself for the charge, you look over at Bartil and you see there's a little bit of a quiver in her sense. And obviously she's not taken aback by this man, but it's more of a protective sense for you.
I'm just...
I still don't have my answer.
Why are we not...
Do you really want to die for this girl?
Oh, that hits Izzy really hard because I think she remembers Ben is behind her, and I look at Bartel. I'm like, why?
As
What's going on? Why aren't we just attacking him? What's going on?
moved your focus from Bartil and from Razir to the rest of the group, you notice Ben is the only one of the group who is actually still holding strong. Holding strong in pursuit of your protection. The rest of the group, they are still in bolt formation, but you see this aura of bloodlust that Razir is giving off is definitely affecting them. They are having a hard time. Especially Stark. Stark is quivering with fear right now.
Oh,
Well,
cowards. Okay.
You see Razir holds his hands out.
I want to be... Why me? What do you want with me?
Well, I want nothing to do with you. But I know plenty of people who do. And he puts his hands behind his back and he brings out these 2 daggers.
Oh, God. I think Izzy in this moment is fully, like, paralyzed with indecision. Like, she has not been given orders to attack, but she senses danger and wants to do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think she said stay in bolt formation. I look at Bartel. I'm like, can we just attack him, please? Can we just?
Do not underestimate him, Izzy.
Then what?
Do not. And as you say that, you see Marcus, again, top student, a year above you at Wyver Academy.
Fucking Marcus.
And he's also quivering, and he finally takes his great axe and he goes.
Motherfucker!
Breaks formation. He starts to run, and as he does, you see Razir smirk and then disappear. He then appears immediately right behind Marcus. You see this dagger. It's almost like slow motion. And as he does, you see Bartil take her sword, try and parry it. Go ahead and give me perception or insight.
It's gonna be insight. That is a 17. No?
17?
Yeah, 17.
This is what he wanted.
Of course.
He's not
was
going,
good.
He's not going for Marcus. He's going for Bartil. As he goes to swipe, he disappears yet again, and then appears right behind Bartil, and you see he slashes her in the back of the neck with the dagger, and she immediately goes stiff, can't move. God. What would you like to do?
I immediately attack him. I'm right there with him. I'm just gonna bring down my lance on him.
Great, make an attack roll.
Oh God. Level 1. Oh, okay. That's a 19 plus. That's a 25.
Yeah,
25.
Absolutely. As he goes here, you take your lance and you just, and I'll say you swing it around. You don't even try and pierce him.
Yeah.
You just,
yeah.
You swipe him and you cut him right down the shoulder. Go ahead and roll for damage.
It's only 7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you swipe him right down the shoulder, and it kind of like breaks these straps off of his shoulders, and you see this kind of blood running down. You have some fight in you after all, girl.
What?
It disappears.
Are you?
At this point, you can see he's using the shadows.
Yeah.
He's falling into these shadows and appearing in other shadows. And you see he goes away, and you don't know where he's at. Make a perception roll to try and find him.
Okay. That's not 14 plus. My passive is not that great.
I'm gonna roll for Bartil.
It's only a 15. No, Bartil, you're better than this.
It was a natural 2.
Of course it was.
And her modifier's good. So,
I got a 15.
A 15?
Yeah.
Okay. You see... Yeah. Okay. You see he appears right behind Stark, the mage.
Oh,
I'll give you a reaction. What
yeah,
do you
I'm
wanna
absolutely. I'm gonna hit him. Oh, is there any? Can I take a javelin and like hit him in the legs, almost to hamstring him, like to use the javelin as like a pinning situation?
Possibly. It would be a high DC, and I would probably just roll strength for almost like a grapple with the javelin.
Okay.
But you can try it if you'd like.
That's my strength. Okay. 18?
18? Again, it was a high DC. So.
But did I hit it, Tanner? Just say I hit it.
No, I'm sorry.
No.
You try and pin this javelin, and he just kind of deftly spins out of the way, and he brings this knife up to Stark's throat and slits his throat immediately. So he falls to his knees. You see the blue aura around.
Can I...
Bartil drop.
Oh, God.
And then immediately he takes his second attack, and he launches this dagger at Bartil.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Don't.
Okay, cool.
Don't do this to me, Tanner.
He launches his dagger at Bartil, and it goes like right in between one of the slats in her armor, and you see just as she's about to move again, she...
Oh, God.
He is playing this strategically, possibly knowing he can't take her in a one-on-one fight,
Yeah.
but he has to take her out somehow.
Yeah.
And as you've noticed this, you look back and he's gone. Make a perception check if you want to try and find him again.
Where is this motherfucker? That is a 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Dirty, nasty little 20.
Okay, fantastic. He comes up right behind you. And as he does, he puts this dagger to your throat. Again, I'll give you an action.
Can I intimidate and... Oh. I want to use intimidation, but what I want to ask is more persuasion, and I know this, so I'm trying to think of a way to say it intimidatingly.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, I want stop hurting them, and I won't try to hurt you anymore. You want me, fine, but you're not going to hurt them anymore.
You want persuasion?
Is that not intimidating?
I would say
yeah,
that's
it's
more
persuasion. It's persuasion. I
Sure.
know.
Your action, you can try and persuade him.
It's only an 11. Wait. It's a 14.
Okay.
Does that do anything?
You see, as he puts the knife kind of to your throat, he... Girl, I've already come this far. I might as well finish the job. And he spins his knife and he sends it towards Marcus, who was just starting to get up.
Fucking Marcus.
And from being kicked and then rallied off of. And you see it right in his throat. And he drops to his knees again and falls over onto his back. You see Bartil is still fighting the urge. What would you like to do?
Die, I guess. Like, I'm not equipped for this. Oh my God. I want to get Ben out of here. I'm afraid if we go too far. God, level 1 sucks, dude. This is awful.
Come on. What are we wanting to do?
I'm gonna do all that Izzy knows how to do. And first of all, I'm gonna grab Ben, but I wanna grab him and start running in a defensive position, like ready in attack, I guess.
Okay.
And I want to make my way towards the exit.
Sure. So that will like half your movement.
Yeah.
So you're gonna grab Ben and you're just gonna start hoofing it towards the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need backup. We need backup.
Yeah, you start booking it towards the entrance. And as you do, you see him literally appear right in front of you. Where do you think you're going, stone girl? And then he flips the dagger right in front of your throat. Ben spins in front of you.
No, Ben. No, Ben.
And he... Stop. He didn't think this out.
Fucking idiot.
And he... A lover boy. And he just walks slowly forward. Ben tries to knock it out of his hand using a disarming attack.
Come on, Ben.
Yeah, Ben, sorry. And he tries to knock it out of his hand, and Razir just kind of swirls about. Butt of the dagger knocks him to the ground. You fond of that one?
Yeah, a bit.
Young love.
Oh.
It's so...
What is your deal? Stop toying me. What do you want? What do you want?
I just want you to comply.
I said I'd go with you if you stop hurting them. And then you kept hurting them.
Yes, but if I stop hurting them now, they come towards me. And you see this axe as Marcus, still kicking. He has
Let's go, Marcus!
not much left in him,
Marcus!
but still kicking.
Marcus, stop. I'm trying for diplomacy for the first time in my
And
life.
This axe flies by and actually hits him. So...
Marcus, not the time I wanted you to attack him!
You see it sticks in his right shoulder. And he's gone. The axe king, on the ground. Silence. He pops out. You see this flurry of daggers. And you see there's like probably 6 daggers that just all into Marcus, who was already doing really bad. And he just plops to the ground in a slosh of blood. I'm done playing. I don't like your friends, Stone Girl. He then rounds about and he tries to take you. He tries to physically grab you and take you into a shadow. He's going to go for a grapple.
Okay. It's strength?
Yeah, it's contested strength.
It's fine. I'm strong. What do you think it is?
Wow.
What do you fucking think it
I
is?
see it. This Dexy motherfucker beat this... Okay.
I'm big and strong.
Apparently not in this moment. You being a little caught off guard,
Yeah.
your entire troop that you've been traveling with for months has been picked off like birds at a shooting range. Like, your captain is all but indisposed. You see she's just beginning to just muscle through it. And your friend is on the ground. He goes and he grabs you. And then he starts to take you into the shadow.
I guess I'll die.
Ben gets up.
Ben, stay down.
He grabs Razir. And he actually ends up being able to pull him off of you. Yeah, no, Ben...
That's embarrassing.
Ben rolled really well. But from that, I will give you one more reaction.
He's trying to grab me again? Don't tell me. You know what? I'm going to roll for it.
Just go.
I'm going to roll for it. Who knows?
What do you want to do?
I'm going to try to get... Oh my God. I'm going to try.
Wow! That is another one! Fate is not on your side right now.
It's meant to be. It's meant to be. The dice said this was happening. You're getting kidnapped right now.
You get shunted out of this shadow that he was trying to bring you into, and you kind of fall back on your rear. And as Ben goes to grab him, he spins around and he takes both of his knives and
No!
sticks it straight through his throat, rips out his throat. He critted, by the way. Yeah. And then straight into the sides of his head. You see these almost like black veins kind of appear on his face. His eyes go bloodshot, and you see this vat of blood just explode from his mouth.
How close am I to him?
And you see out of the wounds as he takes out these daggers, this kind of like viscous green liquid. You can insight this is probably poison.
It's poison, but I how close am I? Am I within touching? No!
You're probably roughly about 15 feet away.
Can I do? Is it my turn in this faux initiative?
Yeah.
Can I do anything?
You see Razir turns. Now, are you gonna comply with me?
Yes.
And I'll give you.
Can I walk over to him. I want to lay on hands on Ben.
Okay.
I want to use all my lay on hands on Ben.
Okay.
I got 25, I think. Let me see what I have. I lied. I have 5. I'm gonna give him 5.
Okay, you give him
Level
5.
1 sucks.
As you run, he just kind of laughs as you place your hand.
And it does neutralize a poison.
As you place your hand on his chest, and nothing happens.
Tanner, but the rules.
Ben has gone over his limit
No.
and is dead.
I actually
You
quit.
see, oh my God, Bartil, what the? Bartil just crit failed.
Of course.
She finally gets out of it, and she runs, and she goes to swing, and Razir fades back into a shadow, appears back. Well,
I go, stop, please, I'll just go with you. I'll go with you, please.
see, Captain? It seems she's complied. You see the captain is just like furious, like veins pulsing in her head. And you see this sword that went from short sword to long sword. And it elongates into a great sword, and she swings it around at Razir.
Oh, Bartil.
That's gonna hit him.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Dealing 23 points of slashing damage. Oh, and also the radiant damage.
How does he look?
He's looking okay. But
I'm actually gonna take a nap, Tanner, because just kill me.
But as she slashes down on him and he gets shunted back with this radiant light, he gets up and he... Well, I'm clearly outmatched here.
I look around at all the bodies on the ground. Yeah. Yes, you're outmatched.
And he fades into a shadow.
What? He was winning.
You see Bartil and she... Her sword... As she sheaths it.
Pardon my insolence, but what the fuck was that?
Izzy, let's leave.
Yeah. You grab... We can't leave them.
No, Izzy.
We can't leave them. I'm not leaving Ben. I'm not.
This is an order, soldier. Go back to the caravan. Now. You see, she kind of takes a knee and she...
I pick up Ben, and I walk out.
Okay.
And I look at her while I do it, and I walk out.
Okay. The captain stays in for maybe another 5 minutes. Razir, nowhere in sight. but bloodshed all on the outside. The only one left standing is the Legionnaire, who has
outside?
Who has cuts and scrapes and is fairly wounded, but able to survive. And you see just a trail of blood, possibly from where Razir escaped. As you go back to the caravan, carrying your friend, you wait, sitting there, frustrated, stressed. You see the captain. She exits the cave. She walks over to you slowly. Izzy, this is me talking to you as not your mentor, not your captain, but as someone who cares about you deeply. There have been people after you for a while now. Subtle. And I've been able to thwart them thus far. Thinking it's just your natural Genasi form that they're wanting. Didn't think it was much of anything. You know, Genasi are fairly rare amongst the world of Galvera. But
did he look
familiar?
Did he look like a Genasi of some type?
No.
Okay.
No, he was human presenting.
Okay.
You will stick without this troop. Or you will stay within this troop.
What troop?
Right. I take that upon myself. I let my guard down. If I wouldn't have been so cautious, maybe we'd still have a few of us still standing.
If you had told me. If you had given me any information. I don't even know if I would be more prepared if you had told me, but I would have known. And that would have been something.
And there still would have been nothing you could do. Razir was much more formidable than I believed him to be. And that is why I'm sending you on a different path. I will head back to Duasta. I will find out what reports they have. There must be hidden files, something. That was no man, that was a monster. But I'm sending you south in the meantime. There's a garrison escorting a high-priority prisoner to Polifemo prison. It is a maximum security prison. Nothing goes in and nothing goes out.
I'm on transport duty now?
Until I can find out what is going on, Isthmus. You will be safe there.
You knew he was after me. You knew or you didn't know?
I didn't know Razir was after you.
So he didn't ask for anyone else here before he killed them for... He just now said what he wanted? You had no idea?
Isthmus Vordescant. I have protected you from assassins that you have not known. I have protected the rest of the group from these assassins. This group full well knowing. But you know how you get when you're stressed. It hurts. This was protection, not just by my order. But you know why you're here.
Yeah, sure. Great.
Do not fault me for this, for I already fault myself enough. I am looking for the protection of you. Calm yourself. Travel south. There is a port. That is where you'll meet the garrison. I will follow up with you in the coming months. And I will let you know what I found out. She puts her hand on your shoulder and she says, Isthmus, we will get vengeance. We will find him. And we will make him pay. But for now, this is my last order to you until we meet again.
Yes, sir.
You both get in the caravan, and she escorts you to the port where you are to meet the garrison. You diverge paths from there. The entire trip, the whole journey. You know not to say any more. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these character origins and are excited to see where they end up next. If so, join us April 22nd live on Twitch at Rolls Untold for the first session of our new campaign, and we'll see what part each of them play in the Fate of Galvera. I'm Tanner Neath, your Game Master, and I'm asking you, are you ready to roll? We'll see you soon.